Clarksville's only radio station for local news, talk, sports. WJZM Radio.
Absolutely. How you doing, Clarksville? This is Sergeant Joe Padula with Airstrike, the 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 101st Airborne Division Air Assault radio show. Yeah, forget about it. And I got to tell you, we've had some pretty good shows here as of late, and today is no exception. All right. What we do here is we bring the strike soldiers from the front lines right into your radio or listening device. We're in the modern times now. We have more than just radios. We got you can check us out at WJZM.com. You can listen live. All right. You can also go onto your smartphone. Right. You guys got those, the Androids, the iPhones, and what's the one you got there, John? What do you got?
I've got an iPhone.
Oh, you got an iPhone? Yeah. Oh, pardon me.
Oh, yeah. It's an old one. Not a new one.
Oh, excuse me then. Oh, you can go to your iPhone or your Galaxy.
That's right.
Yeah, that's absolutely. And you get the app, Winamp and ShoutCast.
That's right. Yeah, Winamp for Androids,
right?
ShoutCast for iPhones.
See, and that's why John's here. John is the engineer of WJZM, and he provides such great information, such as what apps to get for your phone there. Now, on today's episode, we got career counselors. All right. Ooh. Yeah, absolutely. These are the strike career counselors who take the soldiers of the brigade and they provide them information and provide direction and leadership in what they want to do here in the Army. And I got to tell you that they're great conversationalists. They have a plethora of information. Plethora.
Oh, I've heard that word before.
Yeah, did we use that word already?
Yeah. No, not yet today.
Okay, plethora. All right, word of the day, plethora. Oh, and pungent, too. Because later we'll be talking and we'll be having cannolis with them, and the shell's a little pungent, too much marsala, but, hey, that's besides the point. It's going to be a good show, and I look forward to our conversations. Now, John, I was watching the military channel.
Yes.
And on it was the mighty Strike Brigade.
Ooh.
Yeah.
When was that on? This week?
Yeah, this was this past Tuesday. I got to watch the Screaming Eagles in Afghanistan was the name of the show for the TV show Warrior POV.
That's a good episode.
Right, and POV stands for point of view.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. POV. Right, Warrior POV. And I got to tell you though, those it was unbelievable to watch. Okay, they used my helmet cam footage actually throughout the episode.
I remember you being in the first part of it, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And I provided some good quotes about
sound bites,
some great heroes of mine. And today we're going to talk about the people who take these heroes of mine and they set them in the right direction for their military career. In-house, okay, we have Strike Career Counselor, Master Sergeant Sean Milhauser.
Good afternoon.
Absolutely. Now, Master Sergeant, we got so much to talk about today, and such little time. But we're gonna condense it and concise it. That's why I talk so fast. Okay. And who'd you bring with you today, Master Sergeant?
With us today is Staff Sergeant Clairwood. She's also a career counselor in the Strike Brigade with the Brigade Special Troops Battalion.
Yeah, Raptor.
Good afternoon.
How you doing, Staff Sergeant? All right?
Fantastic.
Let me tell you, I'm really glad that you guys came here today, because not for nothing, your story needs to be told, all right? We're entering a pretty tough, tight time here at Strike, okay? And soldiers need to know what options are available, if any. And hopefully today you guys can provide some great information and express to us some of the experiences you guys have seen, with soldiers coming to you, asking questions, and some of the answers you've been able to give. But we go first. Okay, well, first of all, I'm looking at your Facebook page. You guys got a Facebook page here.
Yes, we do. It is Facebook.com/strike retention. Just link to your page for the brigade. Yes,
I love it. Yeah, this is true. If you go to the Strike page, the Strike Brigade Facebook page, where in the search box you type 2ND Brigade Strike. Okay, that's 2nd Brigade Strike for those who don't speak numbers. all right? And then you see the black heart and you click on, you press like, all right? And then you see all the great pictures that the Strike offers, all the information the Strike offers, and all the videos the Strike offers. And not for nothing, you can also see the Airstrike logo on there. Forget about it, you know? Hey, download it, make it your profile. I'll give you a cannoli. Absolutely. But through there, you can check out the Strike retention page, okay? And they provide all the pictures and all the information and guys and gals who are re-enlisting, and it's pretty impressive. Now, who runs that page? That's your shop?
Yeah, our shop runs that page. That's correct. I mean, your esteemed office helped us set that up, but we run that from our own office.
It's an honor to help relay the story, you know. And let's see, we got. I want to talk about your job, the definition.
The definition of our job.
Right.
Well, our job as career counselors is, you know, typically people tend to think all we do is just re-enlist soldiers, but we do a lot more than that. We help the soldiers get integrated to the unit when they first arrive and counsel them on more than just, you know, re-enlistment type things. We counsel them on things that are career enhancing, such as drill sergeant, recruiting duty, things like that they can do throughout their career, kind of advance their career and help them become the best quality soldiers that we need to have. That way, when it does come time for them to re-enlist, they're, you know, better prepared to be able to do that. And we also assist the leadership in the brigade with advising them on the changes to the retention program,
right,
and things of that nature.
So you guys, and every time I walk by your office, which is a nice office, you know, it's a trailer, not to mock trailers, okay, but it's in the what we call the trailer park of Strike, you know, which isn't degrading. It's just that's what they are. These are trailers, okay. And you guys are what building number are you guys located in?
We're in building India 4000.
India 4000, and that's off of Indiana Ave, you know, and right inside of Fort Campbell. 42223, okay? Yeah, check it out, mail them something, say, hey, how you doing, all right? Now, Sergeant, you guys get a lot of MOSs, okay, coming to you. A lot of different jobs, MOSs, military occupation specialty. Now, you guys get a lot of different of these military jobs coming in your office. What's some of the most recent jobs, soldier jobs that came through your office looking to advance their career?
Recently, it's been mostly the military intelligence, our Bravo company.
Oh, the MIs.
Yeah, a lot of the intel and the linguists have been re-enlisting because there's motivation through bonuses for those guys.
Oh, linguists. Let me tell you, that Linguini's one of my favorite punsters.
So there's that.
Okay. But not for nothing. What are their questions when they come to you? Like, these are just soldiers, privates. You get all the different ranks, correct?
Correct.
Now, yeah, could you give an example, without even giving names, but give an example?
No, well, a lot of things I've been seeing lately is soldiers, they came into the Army with a certain job, and now they don't like that job anymore, and they want to change it, but due to certain circumstances, strengths of the Army, needs of the Army, some jobs aren't available for them to reclass to. They don't qualify for it, or they have enough of those guys already.
Right.
So they have to kind of stick with it and ride it out, because once you get to a certain rank, you pretty much do the same thing across the board. You're an E7 MP, if you're an E7 infantry, you're beans and bullets at that point. You're going to be doing the same thing.
Beans and bullets, right.
You know, it's not going to be a job specific. You're more administrative. So I tell the soldiers, hey, if you get up to a certain rank, after you get up there, you're going to be doing the same thing that to the left and right of what that other E7 is going to be doing.
Now, E7 is a, for those who don't understand, E7's a rank. There's the officer side, you know, the O's, and then there's the E's, the enlisted. You know, we make it very simple in the Army. And 7 is a pretty high-ranking job, you know. That's a Sergeant First Class rank. And I'll tell you, Sergeant, what was some of the what was the most rarest or interesting job that you got someone most recently, or even in the past? Because you said you did a lot of time in Germany, also.
I did. I spent 7 years over in Germany between Hohenfels and Grafenwehr.
Also as a career counselor?
No, I was an MP for almost 10 years. And then changed over to the career counselor realm. MP,
as everybody knows, stands for military police, and these are the ones that they have MPs on their arms. You know, so you know, absolutely, in big bright yellow letters. Not that I'm talking from experience. I see them. You know, when I drive.
Of course.
The speed limit, right?
Yeah. Probably the most interesting. We had a lot of the MPs were overstrength when I first started doing this job, so they had to find different MOSs, different jobs to do, and a lot of them picked up on the medical jobs. Like
okay,
switch over to that.
Combat medic, right. Great field.
Healthcare, yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's applicable in and outside of the Army, so it's good.
What about you, Master Sergeant? You've been around quite some time. You know, you are an E8, okay?
Yes.
An E8. And, I'm not saying you're old. Don't get me wrong. You look very young. Very young.
I know I am.
Thank God the lights are dim in here. But I got to tell you, what's some of the changes that you've seen? Any drastic ones?
The Army's retention program has changed quite a bit in the last probably 2 or 3 years. We're kind of winding down the wars, as you're aware. I mean, the war in Iraq is ended.
Right.
We went through the surge periods where we needed to reenlist greater quantities of soldiers during that time frame with the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. And, of course, as you can see on the news, we're winding down on those. So we're kind of putting more emphasis on maintaining the quality of the force versus necessarily the quantity. So there's been a lot of policies that have come out in the last probably 2 or 3 years that I've seen are kind of shifting us back towards sort of the post-Desert Storm era, because I've been in for 25 years, and I've been a career counselor for 16 of those.
25 years?
Yes.
For those who don't talk numbers, that's a quarter of a century, okay?
It is. Thank you for clarifying.
Absolutely.
On that. Yeah, there's been very dynamic changes in the Army's retention program over the last 3 years, and like I said, more emphasis on quality. So,
right.
The bonuses have kind of gone down, because obviously, if you could read the news, the money is not quite as robust as it was a few years back. So it has made a few changes over the last few years, and we're having to adapt to that, and the soldiers are as well. So,
and how have they been taking that adaptation?
Well, it really is kind of a mixed bag, because some soldiers, if they've only been in a few years, they really haven't really seen changes like we have. But if you have soldiers that re-enlisted 3, 4, 5 years ago in Iraq, and we're kind of used to getting, $30,000 or $40,000 bonus, and those just aren't available as often.
That's no jump change either,
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly nothing to sneeze at, but.
And if they would re-enlist overseas, this would all be tax-free as well. Is that correct?
Yes, if you re-enlist in a deployed area, then your re-enlistment bonus is tax-free. So that's kind of an incentive.
$30,000, here you go. Don't worry about paying Uncle Sam. Well, let me tell you, that's a thick cargo pocket.
Yeah, I mean, it was, but again,
absolutely.
It's kind of changed in the last couple of years. But
right.
What we notice is a lot of soldiers don't re-enlist necessarily for money, and
right, absolutely.
What we talk about is our brothers and sisters on our left and our right.
Yes,
I mean, soldiers will re-enlist more often than not, especially when you're deployed. To stay with the team and stay with the soldiers they're fighting with. The soldiers are serving with. So.
Absolutely. And we're going to get into more of that,
sure.
The soldiers from the left and to your rights. And but we're going to take a quick break here, okay? So stick around. We're going to talk more with the Strike Career Counselors, and you're listening to WJZM Airstrike, 1400 AM. Absolutely.
Here we go.
We're going.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Clarksville in Review is Clarksville's favorite way to spend Saturday morning from 8 to 10 a.m. exclusively on WJZM Radio and WJZM.com. For Clarksville in Review, hear interviews on the latest news and current events on Clarksville in Review. Clarksville's only news talk sports station is WJZM Radio, and Clarksville in Review features the news and the newsmakers live in studio.
The EDC every 5 years does a strategic blueprint. They have a third-party company come in and sit down and talk to a lot of our business and community leaders and find out what their vision is. What do they think would be important? And a lot of times it is things like the convention center, the money, the outside money that brings in.
Clarksville in Review, only on WJZM Radio and WJZM.com.
Brought back by popular demand. It's the Gary Matthews Kia Invoice Sale. Plus, you keep the Kia bonus cash in Clarksville on the river. It's here. It's now. No haggle, no hassle invoice pricing on every new 2013 Kia in stock. No one saves you more. This is a limited time offer, so make the switch to Gary Matthews Kia today. New 2013 Sorrento LX. Get invoice pricing, 0% APR for 60 months, and you keep the $1,000 Kia bonus cash. New 2013 Optima LX. Get invoice pricing, 0% APR for 60 months, and you keep the $1,000 Kia bonus cash. It's crazy but true. And every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Every credit application accepted. Hurry to Gary Matthews Kia Invoice Sale in Clarksville. Make the switch to save more. MatthewsKia.com. Invoice pricing ensues. Stock numbers 1342, all prices plus tax, title, and license. Cash back from Kia Motors of America. Prices include $457 processing fee. Some dealer incentives and year-end awards can affect actual invoice cost and pricing. 0% with approved credit. Ends 4/30/13.
I'm a regular. I'm no tourist. I'm a local. So give it to me local. The hashtags and the headlines so I can get it and go or stop and take it all in. And I want it all delivered wherever I go. The local teams and scores? Yes. Watchdog journalism thanks to more feet on the street? Yes. What happens in my town? Yes.
We are the Leaf Chronicle. All things Clarksville on all your devices 24/7. Subscribe today at theleafchronicle.com.
Give it to me local.
CDE Lightband offers the most dependable cable and internet services in the Clarksville, Fort Campbell area. Movies, music, sports, local programming, phone service, and the fastest internet service in Clarksville. Call 648-8151 and schedule your installation today. CDE Lightband, the best in cable TV, internet, and phone service. Visit cdelightband.com for more information. CDE Lightband, your cable and internet service provider for Clarksville.
Clarksville's only radio station for local news, talk, sports. WJZM Radio.
And now back to Airstrike, brought to you by Gary Matthews Volkswagen and Kia. Here's Sergeant Joe Padula.
Oh, Dave, let me tell you, I appreciate that intro. Hey, welcome back. You're listening to Airstrike on WJZM 1400 AM, or you could be listening online at WJZM.com, or you could be on the app, right, John? Yeah, you got the ShoutCast.
ShoutCast and Winamp.
Winamp, that's the ones. Okay, so, yeah, go to your apps. They're free downloads. Get those. And, hey, you're listening to us. And, yeah, it's our job here at Airstrike to relay the soldier story to you, the listener. And we're doing that exactly here today with Strike's Career Counselors, which is, let me tell you, a very important job. Because without these guys counseling the people's careers, the soldiers' careers, you know, they kind of get lost a little bit. And have you, Sergeant, we'll go to you. Have you ever had someone come to you, I don't know what we want, I don't know what to do, and have you been able to provide them some information?
Oh, of course, of course. Not only the soldiers, but their families, too. I encourage their families to come in and talk as well, because, you know, in the Army, the soldier re-enlists, but you're keeping the whole family in there, too, and everybody has to make a sacrifice. So I like to get the families involved as much as possible so that they get the clear picture of what the options are available to the soldier, and also, you know, for their family members. And, you know, a lot of times soldiers will come down on assignments, and I can only speak from experience of being in Germany, but they get nervous about going overseas. They don't know what to expect, and, you know, I don't speak German. That's what I thought when I was going to Germany. I said, oh, God, I don't want to go there. And I got there, and best experience of my life. People save their whole lifetime to go to Europe and go to Hawaii and travel all over the world. And because since I've been in the Army, I've been in 20 different countries, to include, you know, downrange, but that wasn't a vacation. Met my husband. Met my husband in the military. I mean, right. It's just the best life. And
now is that a re-up option? Marriage? No, not so much. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. So, can you give a specific example where, like, say, like an infantryman comes to you and goes, "Listen, I want to continue, but I want a career somewhere else." What have been some of your recommendations?
Sure. Some of the MOSs, they can stagnate in rank, and so we try to get them on
stagnate. I like that. That's a good one. Yeah.
Try to get them on a path of where they can do career progression, and like Master Sergeant Milhauser was talking about, like
MSG.
MSG. Talking about, you know, doing drill sergeant time or doing recruiting or something like that. And I mean, and also traveling and going to see different places, going to a new unit, having new experiences as far as responsibilities go. Because it's a different animal overseas as it is stateside, and it's I don't know, I think it's a wonderful opportunity for people. The Army doesn't hide how to be successful.
Right.
It tells you exactly what you need to do to achieve. It's not a mystery, so it's easy to be good.
And all this information that you're talking about, it can be found on their Facebook page. You know, they provide you with all the links, and they share so many different other people's pages where all this information for you is provided. So, again, go to the Strike Brigade Facebook page, go to the Strike Retention Facebook page, like it, all right? It's very easy. It's a click, okay? You move a mouse, okay? If you have two, is it mice? Do you move the mice?
Mises.
The mices?
Mises.
I've never used two at one time, so I'm not aware of that.
Well, I'm ambidextrous.
I'm a simple guy.
Absolutely. You're lefty-righty. Forget about it.
Yeah,
exactly. Now, Master Sergeant, going towards name one specific scenario, okay, where a soldier came to you with you know, not knowing what to do, and you were able to provide that person with an option, and they took it, and their experiences afterwards.
Well, part of our job as career counselors, if soldiers come to us and are not sure what they want to do as far as their career progression, we try to identify what their needs, wants, and desires are. What do you want to do? What are you interested in doing? I mean, do you like your job that you're doing now? Perhaps do you want to change your job or something of that nature?
What are some of their complaints about their job?
It really is kind of a mixed bag. I mean, every soldier has their own story. I mean, some soldiers, for example, infantry, some soldiers really like being infantry. Some soldiers say, hey, this is not exactly what I wanted to do. Perhaps I want to do something more technical. So
right.
Maybe I could go into the military intelligence field, for example. So every soldier has a different story, and we have to try to help them with that story and help them get what they want to do out of their Army career. And if they decide they want to get out, we respect that, because we do know not everybody is going to stay in the Army. So we respect that decision, and if when the time comes, we help them transition out of the military as well. So it's really kind of a whole soldier approach, as we like to say. So
now, how you mentioned each soldier has their story, okay?
Right.
Bada bing, combat correspondence. Have you ever had a soldier re-enlist underneath you guys into combat correspondence, public affairs, public relations?
I did have one soldier when we were deployed to Iraq. I was deployed from Hawaii back in 2008 that actually re-enlisted to go into the correspondence MOS, so yes.
Awesome. Now, I think you guys should promote it more often, I think when these soldiers come in, hey, I'm kind of lost, you go, I got a found. I got a found for you, okay? And then, bam, you hand them their found. And it's combat correspondence, absolutely. And if you sign up and re-enlist to do combat correspondence, public affairs, you'll have the opportunity to tell the soldier story via radio show, or you can, what we do here at Strike, we have a Brigade television show, okay? You can check that on the Brigade YouTube page, okay? If you don't have DirecTV, you can just go to YouTube. We call it StrikeTube, absolutely. You type in Strike BCT, one word, and you see all the Strike videos up there. Forget about it. The magazine, you go to the Facebook, you can read all the magazine stuff that we do called The Heartbeat. I mean, let me tell you, I love combat correspondence. And sorry to stomp on your promotion, but I had to throw that in there.
You seem to have enthusiasm for your job, so nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, and coffee. Forget about it, Absolutely. Now, Sergeant Wood, you guys... About you guys, personally, where are you from?
Born and raised north of Baltimore City. If I say where, people probably won't know where it is, but it's Whitehall, Maryland.
Oh, yeah. I love that place.
Of course.
That's my 84th favorite city. Right. Absolutely. No, Baltimore, good place, good people, terrible sports. Right.
There's that.
Master Sergeant, what about you? Where are you from?
I was born and raised in a little town called Tarpon Springs, Florida, which is about 45 minutes from Tampa on the west coast of Florida.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. Hence your relaxed state of mind. That's awesome. Good for you, Master Sergeant. I'll tell you. And when did you first join the Army, Master Sergeant?
I joined way back in 1986.
Nice. So, I'll tell you what, that's a great year. I'm glad you joined and you decided to raise your right hand and say, I do. And that's also the same year the Mets won the World Series. So I got to tell you, that's awesome. Thank you for your service for such a long time. Now, where'd you first start off?
I originally, actually, Fort Campbell was my first duty station.
Deja vu, huh?
Yep. This is kind of one of the reasons why I came back here. Is my wife is from Clarksville, so where I met her, and we married 25 years ago. And
Strike
she wanted to come back to Fort Campbell, and had the opportunity to do that. So I actually lived in the barracks that are in our brigade footprint right now. So that's where I started my Army career.
Man, do you ever walk back there and be like this?
It's kind of interesting to see how little has actually changed since then. So.
Now, what about the surrounding area? I mean, you've seen Fort Campbell grow up then.
Oh, yes. Clarksville and the Fort Campbell area have grown and changed for the better quite a bit. So the quality of life has improved greatly since when I was here back during the dinosaur era. So
I love it. And I guess that would be a good selling point, too, for soldiers. Hey, this is a great place to re-enlist. This is a great place to continue your career because this place has grown for the better and continues to grow.
Yes, Clarksville has really supported the military ever since I can remember, and it's just grown exponentially since I first came in the Army here. So if soldiers have an interest in staying with our unit and staying here at Fort Campbell, we give them the opportunity to do that as long as they're qualified. And, yeah, Clarksville and Fort Campbell is a good area for soldiers and families to stay.
Plus, we got the, what a great MWR we got here, okay? The Fort Campbell MWR, all right? Here at WJZM, they got Fort Campbell Fridays, all right? We're in the morning, hey, good morning, Clarksville, with Eddie and Jay, and they bring on Melissa Schaffner from the MWR, and then you got Talk with Tara, who's also from the MWR, from 10 to 12. And they talk so much about what they have to offer, and man, they got a lot to offer, such as food, beverages, activities, and also automotive and housing care products. It's unbelievable. Now, Sergeant Wood, when did you first sign up for your service here to your country?
2003.
2003. Okay, not a very good year for the Mets, but I got to tell you, 2003. So. Not after 9/11 happens, and here you go. You raise your right hand, and you go, "Yeah, I do." So that's pretty remarkable, knowing that you're going to sign up and you're going into a war, and you sign up, and what was your initial job? You mentioned earlier?
Military police.
Military police, the MPs, okay, and what's your history been so far, deployment wise, and
And after I was graduated from basic training out of Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri, I was stationed at Fort Polk, Louisiana.
All right.
There's that. And instantly we went down to Cuba. It was considered a deployment at that time to work the tiers with the detainees in Gitmo.
Wow.
And then...
How was that?
Well, we weren't dodging bullets or anything. It was more like fecal and urine catapults.
Yes, understood. It's a different world over there.
Yeah, pretty gross.
Right. Now, after Cuba, okay, where did they... any cigars over there?
Oh, not that I saw.
Okay. I don't know nothing. I've quit cigars, as we talked earlier about over a year now. I miss you. But go on. After Cuba... What do you got?
The Army said, "Hey, you're going to Germany," and I said, "Okay."
Oh, das ist gut.
Das ist sehr gut. And
so you speak some German?
My husband is originally German.
Now,
half. I guess half and half American, half German. So.
Oh yeah, Furman.
There's that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now I heard Pfaffenhugen is not a real word. I heard that was just made up.
I have no idea. I've never heard anybody say it.
It means to drive with pleasure from Volkswagen.
Right, of course,
yeah.
of course.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
But I don't know.
This is the last time I listened to an Austrian. Okay.
There's that.
So after Germany, you come to Fort Campbell?
Yeah. Well, I went down to Iraq for a little bit and did a little stint in Afghanistan, and then came back stateside. They said, "Okay, Sergeant Wood, it's time to go.
Right.
You gotta go back to the States. Pick one." They gave me one choice to leave and 3 options of places to go, and so I picked Fort Campbell.
Nice. I'm glad you did.
I love it here. Absolutely love it. My former Sergeant Major that was over in the 709th MP Battalion, he was here, and he helped me make the decision. 709th MP Battalion.
Pardon me. It's like having an iPhone.
No, but I came here and absolutely love it. Have a nice house, and the people I work with are amazing. The command team that I have is awesome. The soldiers are great. I look forward to going to work.
Right. Not that I drank the Strike Kool-Aid, but I had a sip. Okay. And being a part of Strike is it's unbelievable. The awards that this unit has got. One of the most decorated units in the Army. Okay. One of the most deployed units in the Army. All right, and soon a major award coming up. I don't want to announce it over the air mic here, but Strike is about to get awarded something very special that no other unit in the 101st has gotten in a really long time, and we're going to be very proud of that. And that's coming up here shortly. So definitely keep that little buzz.
You can't tell us anything about that today?
No, not officially, not officially. But
I just want to say I am definitely very proud of the retention team that we have, and I'm proud to be a member of the Strike Combat Team because we have an excellent command team. Command Sergeant Major Haywood, Colonel Walrath, 2 excellent leaders. My bosses. I'm not saying because they're my bosses. But
right. No,
absolutely. All kidding aside, though, we have, I think, the best brigade in the division, and like you said, this brigade does have a history. So we talk about that when we talk with soldiers about re-enlisting. Like, hey, you're part of something bigger, and soldiers do, lean into that, so that's good.
Absolutely, because like you said, this is it's an honor to be here, a part of this unit. You walk around and Army-wide, you go, yeah, I'm part of Strike. They know what they're talking about. They go, oh, Strike, yeah, absolutely. Black Hearts on the helmet. You go, yeah, bada bing, forget about it. But you mentioned your team earlier. Now, how does your team work? You got one from each battalion and squadron. Is that how?
Correct. Each battalion and squadron has their own school-trained career counselor. We're all MOS 79 Sierra. That's our MOS. So we go to school at Fort Jackson, South Carolina to learn the basics of the job, and then the rest of it is kind of experience. So we do have a counselor in each battalion.
Now, can you give them a shout-out, each one with their battalion?
Why, certainly.
All right.
If you're assigned to 1st through 502nd, your career counselor is Sergeant First Class Adrian Robinson. And if you are in 2nd Battalion, your career counselor is Staff Sergeant Smith.
That's also known as Strike Force.
Strike Force,
yeah,
that's correct.
About it.
If you're in the Strike Cav, that's what they call themselves, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Strike Cav.
175 Cav, your career counselor is Staff Sergeant Mack.
Good people.
And if you're in the Top Guns, the 1st to 320th Field Artillery, your career counselor is Staff Sergeant Rivera. If you're in the Performance Battalion, the 526 BSB, your counselor is Staff Sergeant Hunt. And if you are in the Raptor Battalion, the Brigade Special Troops Battalion, your career counselor is with me, Staff Sergeant Clairwood.
Hooah.
Nice. Now, Sergeant Wood, before we go to break here, you're real quick. What's the biggest bonus that you have ever seen get signed off on?
Actually, when I first got here, I did it, and I had to step away from my computer for a second and come back before I clicked confirm on that contract because it was for almost $50,000.
Did you say 50?
Yes.
Wow. Where do I sign?
Right.
But and with that, what was the lowest besides zero?
That's probably what I got when I was downrange and I re-enlisted for 6 years. Was $4,000.
All right, but I'll tell you, like you said earlier, we do not do it for the money.
No,
it's just another benefit that comes with it. And
exactly.
It's an honor to serve. Now we're going to take a quick break here, but hey, stick around. We're going to talk a little bit more about Strike and their counseled careers. And you're listening to Airstrike on WJZM 1400 AM. Absolutely.
WJZM.com is where the world hears all about Clarksville. At WJZM.com, you can point and click your way to Clarksville's only local news talk sports station. At WJZM.com, you can keep up with local news and current events, link to a variety of different websites, and check the latest sports schedules and upcoming local broadcasts. Now the world can hear what makes Clarksville such a great place to be. Log on and listen to WJZM.com, Clarksville's leader in local news, talk, and sports.
Charter TV presents Love in HD, an audio romance, Chapter 1.
When Jackie agreed to go on a date with Dirk, the handsome new guy in town, she expected a few surprises, but this was amazing. "What's wrong?" said Dirk, confidently leaning against a ceramic panther in his bachelor apartment. "Never seen so much HD before?" "No," she confessed, biting her lip. She hadn't. Sure, back in college she dated a few guys with what she thought was lots of HD, but nothing like this. "Charter TV has over 100 HD channels," he added, "plus 1,500 HD titles on demand, and apps like Watch ESPN so you can watch live sports anytime, anywhere." "Oh, really?" she said, trying to play it cool but melting inside. "Yeah," said Dirk. "There's never been a better time to get Charter TV." Jackie knew in her heart he was right, just like she knew she wanted Charter TV.
Sign up now for just $29.99 a month when bundled. Call 855-899-CHARTER today. Some restrictions apply. See charter.com for complete details.
Hello, my name is Darrell Wynn. I'm a co-manager at Uffelman Estates here in Clarksville. I'd like to take this time to invite everybody out for a complimentary meal. Be our guest, no charge. And when you come out there, we'd like you to take a look around our community. And you don't have to be a resident to come out and enjoy us for any of the meals or entertainment that we bring in. So we'd like to invite people to come out, take a look, take a tour with us, check out our community. Our residents that live here, they get all utilities are included, 3 meals a day. It's a really nice community, and I'd love for people to come out and take a look at it. If you'd like to find out more about Uffelman Estates, please give myself a call or any member of our community management team at 645-7850.
Brought back by popular demand. It's the Gary Matthews Kia Invoice Sale. Plus, you keep the Kia bonus cash. In Clarksville on the river. It's here. It's now. No haggle, no hassle invoice pricing on every new 2013 Kia in stock. No one saves you more. This is a limited time offer. So make the switch to Gary Matthews Kia today. New 2013 Sorrento LX. Get invoice pricing, 0% APR for 60 months, and you keep the $1,000 Kia bonus cash. New 2013 Optima LX. Get invoice pricing, 0% APR for 60 months, and you keep the $1,000 Kia bonus cash. It's crazy but true. And every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Every credit application accepted. Hurry to Gary Matthews Kia Invoice Sale in Clarksville. Make the switch to save more. MatthewsKia.com. Invoice pricing ensues. Stock numbers 1342, all prices plus tax, title, and license. Cash back from Kia Motors of America. Prices include $457 processing fee. Some dealer incentives and year-end awards can affect actual invoice cost and pricing. 0% with approved credit. Ends 4/30/13.
Clarksville's only radio station for local news, talk, sports. WJZM Radio.
And now back to Airstrike, brought to you by Gary Matthews Volkswagen and Kia. Here's Sergeant Joe Padula.
Oh, bada bing. Welcome back to Airstrike. And, it's the Strike Soldier radio show that brings these strike soldiers into your listening device. And I got to tell you, we got nothing but a good thing right here, okay? We got 2 strike standouts. Master Sergeant, how you doing again?
Good. I'm not really a standout. I'm just part of the team. Happy to be here.
Humble. Humble.
Happy to be here with Sergeant Joe Padula, our esteemed public affairs NCO.
I'll tell you, humble pie tastes good, is that what they say? But it has a lot of calories. Forget about it, all right? And Staff Sergeant Wood, how you doing, all right?
I'm spectacular.
She goes spectacular.
I'm spectacular.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
Any other new strike words?
No, not at the moment.
Okay.
I'll work on some.
Absolutely. The strike stumped. Forget about it, all right? All right, now, where we left off, we were talking about your team and everyone, okay? Let's talk numbers, okay? What numbers are we looking at? Because I've seen people with retention streamers, okay? What does that mean? What's a good job, if you will?
A good job?
Right. A pat on the back. Attaboy.
Well, the Army, because sometimes soldiers will say, well, hey, you're just re-enlisting because you want to get a number. And, of course, every unit in the Army does have numbers that they have for an objective, which we like to achieve. But, obviously the goal is 100%, which means we can retain, the amount of soldiers the Army wants us to retain. And, again, like I said, we already know not everybody is going to re-enlist, and nor do we expect them to. I mean, as you mentioned earlier, about 1% of our population enters military service voluntarily.
Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing. And it's an all-volunteer force.
Unbelievable.
So the fact that they're doing that and the fact that we can retain the numbers the Army is looking for, I think is phenomenal, especially with the environment we have today. Because like you said earlier, soldiers are coming in after 9/11. They know they are re-enlisting or enlisting with the possibility of going into a war zone.
Like a high possibility.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're deploying, in basic training, I went through in 2008, that's when I raised my hand and go, hey, yeah, absolutely, it's my time to serve, I get to basic training, like the first thing they say, they go, you people are going to war, get it together right now before it's too late, and man, they weren't kidding, Now, I've seen a streamer ceremony for a unit within Strike Retention Team. Was it 175?
I believe it was, yes.
Right. Man, Strike Cav.
Strike Cav.
Strike Cav just doing it up, Lieutenant Colonel Clint Cox over there, who is the squadron commander, he's making it happen over there at the Strike Cav, the Widowmakers. And I got to tell you, you guys as a brigade within the 101st Airborne Division, hitting good numbers, Sergeant. What do you say?
Oh, definitely. And again, it's the numbers. That's a goal, but our real job is to keep the best and the brightest. We want quality, not quantity.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. And we're getting a lot of feedback here from the listeners, because you guys can always check in and post messages on the Facebook. Make sure they're pretty professional, for crying out loud. But I tell you, we got people saying you guys are answering questions without even them being asked. So that's pretty good, And speaking on that, what are some of the questions you most commonly hear that you would like to provide and use this time to answer?
How come this soldier got this, but I didn't get it?
Yes. Is that number one?
That's a lot of it.
That is number one.
Because people, of course, they talk and they talk with their friends, and I say, oh, well, I got Hawaii, or I got, I'm going to Alaska or something like that, and then when this next soldier comes in, they're not offered it, and they want to know why.
Right.
It's all soldier dependent and driven needs of the Army.
So So if Soldier A, okay, we'll call him, Soldier Collini, okay? So if Private Collini over here, okay, says, hey, I just got this, I'm going to Hawaii, bada bing, bada boom, and I got the dream job that I wanted, okay. Now, you go over here, okay, and Sergeant Gallucci, okay, Sergeant Gallucci goes, hey, it's my time to re-enlist. I'm not getting the same offers as Private Collini, for crying out loud. All right, I know it's a lot of vowels, but please stay with us. All right. Now
I'm writing this down.
I love it. His poor hand is cramping up. But so your response to Sergeant Gallucci would be,
it's all individual soldiers. It could be because of rank. They don't have a slot there for an E5 or a sergeant. It could be that he needs to do 3 years time on station before he's eligible for movement. It could be a number of variables.
So it's not you being personal against him, right?
Oh, I would love to give everybody everything that they wanted when they came into my office. That would make my life so much easier. But I also have to be the bearer of bad news.
Right. Understand this, people. Understand this. These they're designed to help you with your career in the best way they can possible. Is that correct, Master Sergeant?
That is spot on, Sir Padula. We call ourselves the honest brokers for the Army and the soldiers. We have to be able to balance what the soldiers are asking for with the needs of the Army. If we could send everybody to Hawaii, we would certainly do that, but the Army does not have a need for every soldier to go to Hawaii. So we can have soldiers that will come to us at 9 o'clock in the morning and ask for an assignment, and by noon that same assignment could very well be gone if they come back later on in the day because somebody else has already re-enlisted somewhere else for that assignment. So it's certainly not personal. I mean, it is a business, and soldiers kind of have to understand, our business is not just to get them what they're asking for, but also to meet the needs of the Army's concerns as well, because, it goes back to Army leadership. Our accomplishment of the mission sometimes has to take priority over what the soldiers are asking for. So if they keep that in mind and understand that every soldier has a different story, then we try to, facilitate what they're asking for. We can't always do that in every scenario.
Understood. And it just goes to show you that this is proof, okay? You work hard, okay? You do the best that you can do, all right? They have more ammunition to get you what you want, okay? So put out that extra effort, okay? Go get those extra awards, all right? Go make sure that your soldier to the left and right are taken care of and utilize that so you can bring this to them and be like, here's what I can offer, and they go, okay, here's what I can offer. Absolutely. Back scratching is a beautiful thing. Absolutely. Bada bang. Speaking of good times here, okay, it's cannoli talk time, okay? This is the part of the show, all right, where I make my cannolis, all right, thanks to my father's recipe. Hey, Pop Dukes, how you doing? All right, absolutely. Daddy-o, all right? And let me tell you, he's good people. And the scenario is I come down here, I get stationed down here, and I can't get good cannolis. So, I go, hey, Pops, I got a problem. And he goes, excuse me? And I go, I got no cannolis. And he goes, don't worry about it. All right, so now I don't worry about it. And I'm going to start handing them out. Let me get you...
These are KFC.
Oh, look,
Kentucky Fried Cannolis.
Oh, Kentucky Fried Cannoli? I'll tell you what, forget about it. I'm about to get sued. All right, here's your napkin with the flour on it. Okay. Makes a great doily. All right. Do people still use that word, doily?
Yeah.
Sounds stupid. All right. No offense to doily companies out there, all right? We don't want to seclude.
It's kind of an archaic term.
Yeah, archaic, right, absolutely. Please, Master Sergeant, grab yourself a cannoli. Now, while we grab and eat cannolis, it's okay. Talk with your mouth full here. We want to make the audience somewhat jealous that they're not having cannolis.
Just reach in and grab one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. John's not feeling a little good. He's a little under the weather. But, yeah, don't worry about it. Purell it. It tastes better. Okay. And, now, Sergeant Wood, I noticed you got a lot of tattoos. Okay?
These are birthmarks. I think you not to point them out.
All right. Well, no, there's I'm a big fan of artwork, body artwork. Okay. Sure. I got a nice tattoo on my arm. It's a cross with the American flag draped around it. And that's I love being able to express little art. Now, what are some of the regulations that you guys know that the Army has?
I know that when I came in the Army in 2002.
Oh God, how was this? All right.
Fantastic, by the way.
Yeah. Take a bite.
I did. I took a honking bite.
They're very good.
When I first came in the Army, it took me 4 times to go to MEPS because the tattoos on my legs, they said that the ones that are go like from my knees down to my ankles, they said that it was out of regulation. I couldn't wear the dress skirt uniform if that was mandatory. And then after the fourth time of going to MEPS, even with a college degree, I said, this is enough. If they don't want me, they don't want me.
Wow, 4 times at the MEPS. Now, MEPS is where new people coming into the Army, this is where they go through first. This is stop number 1 on the Army train.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
But I guess the policy changed in that females could wear the pants.
Oh, yeah.
Dress Class A pants or something, so.
Oh, yeah, to the cannoli, not to your story.
Yeah, no,
but
right.
Your story's very good, too. Please continue.
No, and after that, they said, okay, yeah, you can serve your country now.
That's what I'm talking about.
The ink's not getting in the way of your brain or your hands.
That's right. And let me tell you, I'm glad that you are serving.
Oh, no, yeah.
What's your plans, future-wise?
Oh, Sergeant Major.
Yeah, Sergeant Major of the Army?
No, not out of the Army. In my career field, though.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
Definitely. I still got 10 years to achieve it, so it's within range.
I think you can do it.
I think so, too.
With Strike on your resume, forget about it.
But of course.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Master Sergeant, what do you got planned coming up?
Well, I've got a couple years left. So I'm also aspiring to be a sergeant major.
That's what I'm 25 years in.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. When do you get the chance to get looked at? Now, getting looked at is a term used in the Army for promotions when you don't have to go to a board or anything and you just submit a packet. Is that correct?
Right. I think that's actually a little more difficult. But in our MLS, it's extremely competitive. But like I said, I enjoy doing what I do. I enjoy being a soldier. My son was a soldier as well. He served in Afghanistan with his unit. So,
oh, yeah?
Definitely.
Oh, man.
I was very proud of him to do that. So,
can we give a shout-out to your boy?
Sure. My son James. He's out of the Army now, but he's actually living in the area with us now. So,
did he go to his career counselor before he got out?
He did, actually.
Okay, just make it sure.
Let's talk about what's important here.
Yeah. Did he bring his family in? Like, did you go to his career counselor like this? What are you doing? Like a car salesman's son, okay? Not comparing you guys to a car salesman, okay? But the son of a car salesman.
I'm sure I like that analogy.
Brings his father when he goes to buy a car, right?
I did take him to the recruiting station when he decided he wanted to join the Army. So I facilitated that at least. But
what's the word? Fly on the wall? Yeah, I would love to have been buzzing that day.
I was actually on leave on R&R from my deployment in Iraq, and he said he wanted to join the Army. I said, hey, if that's what you want to do, I respect your decision. I'm not going to force you into it, but if you want to do that, I can, help you and take you to the recruiting station and talk with him for a few minutes. I mean, I didn't ask for any special favors or anything like that, but I definitely respect the fact that he served in Afghanistan with his
That
unit.
is great.
So, yeah.
Well, what unit?
He was in 1st Armored Division in Fort Bliss, Texas.
Nice.
So,
very proud unit. Yeah, absolutely.
He did the deployment this last year, so he left the Army last May and decided he wanted to go to college and seek other opportunities. So, again, we respect that when soldiers want to do that, even my own son. So,
well, I'll tell you what. Here, take a bite of cannoli for your son there, Master Sergeant. Salute to your boy, absolutely. Forget about it. Man, I'll tell you, I got to give a shout-out here to, we had Lieutenant Bridget Calhoun from Bravo, 2BSCB in here. She's military intelligence. We had her talking about what they do on and off the battlefield, the MI people, and unbelievable. And we also talked about a military family because her mother came in also, and we had cannolis and everything, and they had a good time. So, hey, Mrs. C, how you doing? Now, her father, which I met at the flight line when she came home for doing a welcome home, he's good people. His birthday is tomorrow. So, it seems to be a tradition now where we do some type of Strike birthday shout-out. So, hey, Mr. Calhoun, how you doing? All right, I want to say happy birthday to you tomorrow. All right, so if you're listening now, hold that thought for tomorrow, all right? Appreciate that. You're the man, absolutely. I mean, welcome homes. How awesome are those ceremonies?
Very, very, very awesome. Very emotional.
Oh. I mean, let's explain to the audience that feeling when they first step off the plane, coming from a deployment. I mean, Sergeant, right? I mean, you spend all this time in a combat zone, away from civilization, for crying out loud, okay? The plane lands at Fort Campbell or whatever, you want to go Army-wide, military-wide, whatever base that plane lands in, and just get the families there, and you see that special someone, and they got that sign, and their penmanship is terrible, but that's okay, because they still made the sign. Right. What's the feelings?
My initial feeling, this is my husband was in the military for 14 years. He was medically retired.
Tell him I said thank you for his service,
too. Of course. He was
cannoli for him. All right.
Jump master with the 82nd Airborne.
Oh, yeah, awesome.
Right?
Hey, right? They have on their patch?
Yeah.
Almost airborne. Forget about it.
Oh, my goodness.
That's what the old guys say, not me.
That. No, he put a sign in Germany. It was so funny. It was a picture of us at a German fest, and I'm not in uniform on the sign. Everybody puts pictures up of their loved ones in their their uniforms.
Right.
No, it's I'm a ding dong, and I'm in this pink dress, and it says "Welcome Home, hot stuff,"
and it's got all the tattoos all over, right? That's what I'm talking about.
The army base.
I love
Everybody said, "Wait till you see what your husband did."
I love it.
Oh, I love that guy.
Oh,
right.
You know, the signs are the best.
And I also, my first thing I was looking forward to was taking a shower, not wearing flip flops.
Right. I mean, unbelievable. Because deployment scenario. Hold on, this cannoli is really good. Deployment scenario, and then welcome home scenario. Man, it's such a great feeling. You know, stepping off that plane, that fresh air finally. Yeah. And cheers. Because these are heroes. These are heroes. You know, the strike soldiers, the soldiers of the 101st Airborne Division. These are people that get sent to the front lines. Okay? If you're in the 101st Airborne Division, you're going to the front lines. Because what's the big slogan? If you want it done, call the 101. Right? It kind of rhymes. Yeah. No, they're eating cannolis. I understand. But John, let me get you. Yes, they are Strike-alicious. Yeah, have another cannoli. It's all right. Put your contagious hands in there. That's all right. No,
Oh my goodness, really?
Don't worry, I'll spray it with Febreze. Oh, see, I put too much marsala in the dough this time, and that's why they're a little bit more pungent. Right? That's the word we're using. Pungent. Yeah, absolutely. I got a cousin. She's kind of pungent, you know.
Oh my.
Strike
nice people, though. Nice people. Oh, man. Now,
that Rocky Roper's.
Well, I couldn't hear you. There's cannoli in your mouth, John.
That's why I did that.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, the Brigade Facebook page you guys are fans of, right?
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who wouldn't be?
That's what I'm talking about. Now, what are some of the things that you like that you see on the page that you would like to share on your personal pages?
Well, certainly some of the pictures that you post on there of the strike soldiers doing what we do every day. I mean, those are very good photos that we have on there, so definitely like to share those on the retention page and personal page. So things like that. Yeah, of course, you had a picture on there the other day of the strike, the black heart with the American flag next to it.
Isn't that a great picture?
It's a great picture. So I think, you know, the symbolism is very important because, you know, like you said, everybody sees that black heart and they know, hey, that's strike.
That's strike.
So,
yeah, absolutely.
Then we had more.
In all caps, strike, you know?
But of course.
Absolutely.
But of course.
My caps lock button is very mad at me when I type my emails, okay? It goes, hey, I'm getting overused here. Because when we type our emails over at Strike, we like to use all capital letters, you know? Absolutely. Sergeant, some of your testimony. Have you ever been onto the Strike YouTube page yet?
I haven't been on that one.
Oh, you got to check this out, okay? Most recently, the Strike was on Military Channel. That will be up there. Top Gear, the TV show Top Gear, came over to Strike and filmed an episode with our heroes from 250 Deuce and our heroes from the BSTB and our heroes from who else was involved with that? The entire brigade that had elements involved. And it was a great episode. It was a cat and mouse chase. Where the Top Gear host Tanner Faust, okay, he had this it was like an SUV, a European SUV that was designed for military and sold originally just for military, and then the American prima donnas from Hollywood bought them and made them into this prissy vehicle. Is prissy a word?
Yes.
Okay, good.
That's good enough. Understand.
Yeah, so they made this vehicle into this prissy mobile, okay? And so Top Gear wanted to see if it still had its gumption, okay? Is that accurate?
That's a good word.
All right, yes, it's gumption. And so they brought it out here to test if it still had its toughness better than the 101st Airborne Division Air Assault Strike Brigade. So, yeah, it was a cat and mouse chase, and, we caught him. We caught him. Don't get me wrong, it was a tough fight, but we're Strike. Forget about it. We couldn't, shoot it down. We had to capture. It was a high-value target. So we had to capture everything intact. And plus, he had a contract that we couldn't... We couldn't blow it up. Yeah, we couldn't blow them up, right. Right, and we honor our contracts, just like you guys do with your retention. Absolutely. Now, we're about to wrap it up here. Before we do go, Master Sergeant, your shop, are you proud? Are you proud of your team?
Oh, absolutely. We try to do everything we can to, help retain the best quality soldiers. And again, if they decide they don't want to re-enlist, we respect that decision. And we have a great team over there. All of our career counselors are very professional, very well trained, and they will do everything they can within reason, to help the soldiers and the leadership. So, and as Sergeant Wood said earlier, we talk with the family members as well, because family is a very important part of staying in the Army if you decide you want to stay. I know I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for my wife and my family supporting me. If my wife had told me, many years ago, hey, I don't think I want you to re-enlist, I had to have thought very hard about that. But we have a great team over there, and like I said, we try to help the soldiers any way we can within reason. I mean, some soldiers, obviously we can't please everybody, but, as long as they understand that we're trying to balance what they're asking for with what we can do as far as the Army's constraints, then it generally works out in the end. So
absolutely. And Sergeant Wood, are you proud to be a part of the team?
Oh, definitely. But the biggest payoff is when I see a soldier come in my office and you can see in their face that they're anxious and nervous and they don't know what's going on. And the biggest thank you I can get is when I see them leave my office and I can see that they have gotten knowledge, they have distance, and they have direction. Right. And they have a goal, and they have things a little bit more clear, because I think when you give people information, it can relieve their anxiety.
Yes. So, information cures anxiety. It deletes rumors.
Exactly.
It ends, darkness, which is not knowing. And that's what you guys certainly do for the Strike Brigade. You provide information and a pathway for the future. Man, you can't express how important your job is enough to the people. So, but we tried our best here today, and again, thank you for coming in, no doubt about it.
Thank you, Sergeant Padula.
Definitely, thank you for having us.
Oh, there's more cannolis. Forget about it. Absolutely. And John, we're going to wrap it up here. But again, I want to thank you for and WJZM for allowing us this time to tell the soldier story.
Well, thank you.
Let me tell you.
Come back next week.
Oh yeah, I'll be a little more pungent after these cannolis. Absolutely. You're listening to Airstrike. I'm Army Sergeant Joe Padula, and this is WJZM 1400 AM. I'll talk to you later. Absolutely.